feel like that's probably the go-to for him.
Because I think Fulvius is a requirement for all EXP laners in the world, actually.
Yeah.
You have to have a decent Fulvius game ready for you.
But then what roamer will Blink go for?
Are they just going to be stuck with like a Gatot?
I think it has to be Gatot Kacha.
The night sky tells of
Esmeralda instead.
Oh, Siggy boom!
Well, this is kind of more so what we're seeing, right? Especially when YSS is picked up and a Claude is across. Like, those are the two check boxes. So it's like, all right, there's a good chance this is going to be a Freya.
Really good, man.
Yeah.
Like, this might be a sweep, folks. Dude.
Solid draft from Aurora right now.
By the way, like, so many of the, like, Orthodox gold laners that we expected to come into this tournament as Orthodox gold laners have been stepping up.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the Freya on Doming, I wouldn't expect that. I would expect it more from Oheb than the... Oh my god!
I wish I said it. I was actually thinking it because
It's actually really good, yeah.
Yes.
Because there's no Purify.
Exactly.
Most of them are gonna go Flick. Oh my
strong counter set. There's suddenly here comes another surprise for Yangon Galacticos. They go for the Tigreal. Everybody's first roamer, I would like to think so. While Aurora goes for a very standard lineup, but with one of the picks of the tournament in the Freya Gold. Is it gonna be game 3 or will it end here?
Yeah.
I hope, you know, because we're in the knockouts and it's this play-in stage, I hope we do get to see a game 3 here. But I do have to say that Aurora's draft works really well. The Tigreal, though, yeah, was...
Oh my god.
Oh.
What a dirty play here, TNZ! With a steal at level 1. If game 1 wasn't tilting enough for Han. Oh, TNZ, you monster!
They're not letting go, man.
Oh my! This, as a jungler myself, surrender, guys. Like, that's what I would say to my team.
You're one of those. Oh, Rosa. You're one of those, huh?
I'm one of those, bro. If
One
my
of those
purple
players.
gets stolen and then an Esme shows up on orange, I'm like, yo, guys, I'm done.
Type GG.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, this is like one of the tough things about having to take in the Valentina at the center. If the opposing team clears up significantly faster, then there's that avenue. So for them to make the call of TNZ, start orange, and then after that, you're going to go up to purple, see if you can get an invade there. That was a really good call by Aurora Gaming, and then they walk away with it, delaying this joy even more.
Yeah, you can see from Siggy Boom too, very pretty much same emblems. So it is that weapon mastery, quantum charge here still for them. Dude, they're not letting go at all, man. They want to go ahead and choke out Han.
Han has no farm. And I mean, we were saying this is going to be the climb for Yangon. The pre-level 4, first 5 to 6 minutes of the game, but I didn't expect it would be because they cannot get a proper farming pattern for their jungler.
Yeah, this is one of the things too, is it's going to take a minute for Blink on the Tigreal to really catch up. Now, maybe they show face here around this turtle, but I don't think they should. Feather Airstrike drop down too.
Wait, the lethal ignition! Rosa gets the pick. TNZ gets the turtle. Purify out from Ying. Thank goodness is what White is saying, because Pago, if you had 4, that was another kill.
First blood in the hands of Rosa. Like I was saying, Rosa loves this pick. Oh,
They go in, Valkyrie's descent. Oh, it is so over. Han will fall while being so far down already.
I think this is where you type it, right? It is where you type the GG. But it's rough because that was also just a bait. And as I was going to say, Rosa loves this Farsa. Not only that, but then you pull a play like that with the team here, and then you build up this little lead already this early on. Again.
Airstrike, Purify out, Stitch. He's
Drop
got the
Stitch.
moves, man.
Yep. Good side steps, but at this point, they're definitely going to be climbing all the way from below to see if they can make a comeback here. It'll be easy for Aurora Gaming to stretch this lead out to 4,000, then 6,000 into an insurmountable 10,000 plus gold lead if it continues going their way. If Yangon cannot somehow miraculously get trades through objectives, they're not going to be able to come back.
So Corrosive Scythe now for Siggy Boom. Just a couple hundred gold behind, but that's again because he has been rotating. Oh, explosion.
Explosion, Tsunami Slam as well. They're able to get one more on the board. Valkyrie's Descent coming down as Blink is able to shove him back, but Han gets caught. TNZ on a killing spree. And even there, it's not worth it. Han for Pagu.
That feels bad, man, for Han, because now, yeah, even further behind. Dude, he's level 5. Oh,
What? They popped Stitch.
Bro, Rosa and Tianzi are something else in this game. I can't tell like who I like even more in this one. Rosa feels like he's everywhere, reading every rotation for Yangon, while Tianzi started things off because of the good call and read to steal away the purple buff early on.
And now he gets Genius Wand already, so that's locked in. They're not letting loose, man.
Oh my god, right as he comes back off, Feathered Airstrike takes him out. Rosa's on a killing spree, and Han is still 2 levels down as Tianzi goes for the turtle. This will put him in a very, very good spot, as he probably will go for the orange buff as well, dude. Free turtle, mounted shocker, Ying trying to run away. Tianzi just goes for the clear. Siggy Boom in the bottom lane now. Can he 1v3? Flicker implosion from Blink. The Vengeance is on cooldown.
Yeah.
All right, they get something though. Like Yangon had to get something, and you know, with right now complete control across the map for Aurora Gaming, they're going to continue to go ahead and stay on this side of the jungle, but they are low after pushing where they could. An Oracle pick up some of the first items now coming into place. They gotta have an answer for Rosa, man. Rosa scaling up nicely alongside Tianzi here.
Yeah, the Genius Wand, and it's the good old classic rapid boost for it for the even faster rotations. That's why he's able to get to the key spots that Yangon Galacticos did not expect a Farsa there to be. The kill onto Sigiboom's Freya does slow things down just a little bit, but that is a consolation prize in what has been Aurora getting the first grand prize every time.
Wait, they go all in on Blink. The Mountain Chakra was actually whiffed there. Han in the back line trying to go for some damage. Is able to lock them down as Han goes for the Electrifying Beats, but the song ain't painful. Rather, the Feathered Airstrike is, man. Those shots are hitting big time. The Airstrike again on Blink. They're getting all in on Ying. Now Implosion on 3, but the Purify out from Lunar. It'll just be Pagu.
Wow, I'm surprised that no one went down. I mean, you can see that Aurora Gaming is kind of like brute forcing their way into these fights under the turret, and Yangon Galacticos able to survive the majority of it, but still they're losing around the map here. Han trying to catch up any way he can. Pop the beats. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gotta get out of there. Turtle's up though, so you're most likely just gonna lose all the objectives. You kind of buckle in and wait for that lore to come up.
We also did discuss once that Tigreal was picked up, the strengths it has in the team fights, and despite the lead that Aurora has, those strengths are still there. Implosion will still stop the divers of Aurora from dealing damage. It's, can Aurora recover and hold on long enough to make sure that it doesn't wipe them out?
See if they can. I don't think, again, you're going to be able to do anything in this. Han might try to make an angle.
Oh shoot, what? They steal it, Han! He's able to go in, shut down for Lina! On a killing spree now, and all of a sudden, Yangon Galacticos are back in the game. The goal lead's gone!
Implosion, baby!
I'll take it back. I was like, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything against them. Han's like, hold my beats, man.
They all stuck together. Did they forget they're up against a Tigreal? What was Aurora doing? Clumped up together like that. That's the easiest setup in Ultimate for Blink.
Yeah, look at this replay here. That's the question. What happened here? Han,
Blink
on this offside. Look at Blink. Oh, big implosion. Ooh, there goes your lead that you built up for the past, what, 7.5 minutes up to this point.
I'm just waiting for Tsunami Slap. Now Han can actually go back in with the rest of the team. That's their only peel tool, right? All right. The YG are going to stay chill. They just got to win. Gold leads back to 0, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much even game. This top turret will go down. Stitch grabs that. And now Lina.
Blink, blink, blink.
Oh, they use that conceal. They're not. I think they wanted to catch Seaboom, but under the safety of this turret alongside with Lunar here. So now with this kind of shift in the game, Yangon Galacticos finds themselves pretty much evening out across the items as well. Almost a Holy Crystal built up for Han. He's nearly caught up in levels on top of it. So Han dealt with so much pressure in the early game. Well, now he finally gets to move around the map.
They're going to go all in on Ying. Purify out of there, though. Is he going to try to look for more? It does look like that's going to be the case here. Ying. Never mind.
Just decided to push it back. And with the Tsunami Slam in the hands of the Valentina, an avenue also to initiate without the Tigreal nearby. This is going to be the tough thing for Aurora to decide. How are they going to poke down the frontliners and Ying or Blink? Because you want to be able to poke down the frontliner so that you force out maybe an early implosion, one that you're a little bit more ready to deal with. But you don't have a traditional marksman to do that. All the poking is on the hands of Stitch.
Oh, shit again from Blink! He finds CNZ! Now the Tsunami Slam not doing much. Stitch in the back line now, going to be all in by Sigibu as he pops in Vengeance as well. That Stitch taken down, but Han comes in with a song that gets him a mega kill.
Whew, I'm not sure if that was the fight that they wanted at all. Aurora Gaming checked once again by the implosion from Blink, and now the Lord is up. There's no way they can contest this. TNZ's down, and they just have to watch the Lord take.
This is how every Tigreal experience goes through when we play solo queue. You struggle early on, you're wondering where the hell is the set, and here comes Blink with 2 to 3 big-time sets to completely turn it to the favor of Yangon Galacticos. And with the last one, well, that was all Blink. Even if Aurora Gaming, you could say, yeah, they were slightly off position. You would not expect that set to come out of nowhere like that.
Yeah,
Tigreal was useless pre-4.
I was gonna say he's literally like, guys, just wait till 4.
We have been saying it. It will be that is the mountain to climb, the hurdle to climb for Yangon. The first 5 to 6 minutes a game, and then they found the big turnaround at around 6 to 7 with that big implosion.
Okay.
That was it, bro.
Yeah.
Chastise Pauldron.
Chastise Pauldron. He's got the Athena Shield. Trinity now achieved here and locked in for Stitch. The Lord is going to go down here, so no tier 2 turn to the mid just yet. But Yangon Galacticos has fought and crawled their way on the sacred hammer of Blink and his implosions. And also, it's just pairing up really well with the fact that for the majority of the time, Lina does have the Tsunami Slam. He hasn't taken the Feathered Airstrike too often in these fights, so they have a couple of options when they want to start a fight or if they have to peel for Stitch. So now, with this once again, they'll go ahead and continue to knock down some of these tier 2 turrets where they can, but Aurora Gaming will still go ahead and defend those.
Yangon allowing the minion wave to do majority of the work in terms of the macro while applying pressure into the bottom side of the jungle of Aurora. Slow handling of the minion wave in mid as well. Sigiboom will not be... They're delaying Sigiboom being able to last it and get the farm there comfortably. Item check. I want to look at that. Oh, we already saw the Chastise on the Tig. Marksman, neck and neck. Items, neck and neck. A slight advantage for the EXP laner in Ying, but there's a lot of shields that Lunar can work through.
It's one of those things because it's relatively even aside from the XP lane where it's coming down to those team fights and how they approach it. I think for the biggest obstacle for Aurora Gaming is surviving that initial initiation of that set, whether that's from Lina, whether that's the implosion from Blink, and being able to avoid that. Now the problem with this lineup too is they seem to just kind of stay close together, clumped up in a way, because TNZ also has to be crucial that he doesn't get caught out by one of those. And, you know, so it almost makes it counterintuitive for them to just kind of be like, okay, we got to protect TNZ, but we also just don't want to be in a situation where we allow Blink that favorable implosion to set up. So that's a whole lot for Aurora Gaming to kind of decide as they get towards this next objective, which is going to be in about 10 seconds on the Lord.
Man, YG really made us forget about what happened in the early portions of the game, dude.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, if you just joined, by the way, Aurora were smashing Yangon in the start of the game because of a steal from TNZ level 1.
Oh, he had a 3,000 gold lead at most at one point, maybe even closer to 4,000. But it was one big setup by Blink around Turtle 2 or Turtle 3, if I'm not mistaken, where Aurora just stood together and they eventually felt the hammer of Blink fall down on them. 12 minutes and 50 seconds in this game with the Lord already up. Second one of this game. Yangon still with a threat of their Tigreal will always have advantage in positioning.
Ooh, Wind of Nature for Stitch.
Yeah.
He can go all in now.
And that's why you have kind of this stalemate right now for Lord. Neither team really can commit to it because it's not like there's one big advantage from either side. It's more so of just how they're choosing to team fight.
Oh, they want pick-off.
Yeah.
Gonna kill Han. Stay on the purple, but
Are they going for Han?
Oh my god, good dodge. But the airstrike coming down. No, Han gets away, just barely pops in electrifying beats. No Feather Airstrike, no Mountain Shocker, no Retry for both junglers.
Oh, that's big. That's actually quite a bit of resources. So I don't know if they still want to delay this Lord take. Good damage from Rosa too on Stitch. Wow. Again, you got to respect what this Farsa from Rosa can do. Purple buff secured. Oh.
Yeah.
Just checking things out. By the time they actually commit to this, all those resources on both sides will be back up. We'll see if they need to take this tier 1 down. Oh, Divine Glaive picked up too. Ying in trouble? Potentially.
He's holding it in. Look at the Lord, though. It's going to be very, very low now. It's Implosion from Blink! Again, bringing TNC back into the fray, into the electrified beads. TNC very low, still able to count away, able to find the shutdown with the blazing duet from Stitch. Gets enough damage to take him down now with Lina there. He's going to be able to count away. Seaboom jumps in over to Stitch, but when nature actually saves him for a long time. But Seaboom's right there. Stitch falls in the end to Lunar. But YG have taken the Lord and 3 members down. Now it's Lunar against 3. Jumps back in. Falling Star Move, picking up a double kill. Lina kiting away, now backing off to the tier 2.
Man, again, it came down to the team fight. Even Seaboom holding on to go into that Valkyrie mode to fight that off, but the Lord secured by YANGON Galacticos, and it was TNZ getting caught. Just a great decision from Blink to find the right target and just slow things down, and then it came out to that team fight, but ultimately, even across the board, Lord is dealt with already. There will be a tier 2 turret that falls in the mid, so a very small win on the grand scheme of things for YANGON Galacticos.
Yeah, they do steal the purple buff away, so they'll be able to extend the lead even further. TNZ being in that bush, that was a blind read by Blink. I mean, he had a very good idea that he was there. Decided to flicker forward and then even use the implosion outside of the bush, pulling TNZ in, which is why I was wondering why TNZ didn't try to at least move out of that area. If he moved a little bit closer to Lord or the other side of the wall, it would be hard for TNZ to reach, and he could try to time it with a Tracer so that he could somehow get the retry. But in the end, it was Lina who walked away with it. Han was also dealing with a lot of things. Aurora Gaming, they still have not found the solution to the stick reel in the big team fights.
Those are nukes, man.
Those hurt.
That's a Divine Glaive now, too, for Rosa. So, you know, amidst it all, Rosa, once again on this Farsa, has done really well staying alive, not getting caught by, you know, Blink or even Lina when he has the Tsunami Slam. And this has kind of been the case, like Aurora has, when Farsa has been given over to Rosa. Rosa usually has like pretty solid games, just like this one. So it's still a matter of kind of this push and pull that's happening here. You can see really the gold lead or anything like that doesn't really matter at this point. It's all the execution now at this stage of the game. Stitch pretty much fully locked in. Not sure if he'll end up opting for a winner crown eventually too. I know he had the winner nature, but it is going to be a tier 2 turret getting knocked down. So with Aurora Gaming and the way they fought, they will get a little bit of space to work with on the map. Now, eventually it's all just going to lead to this next Lord once again, and as we get closer to that 18-minute mark when it is going to be involved, it's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with on both sides on how they decide to approach it.
Yeah.
But again, you know, it's more of this kind of push and pull on both sides.
The problem still stands for Aurora. They don't have the continuous poking that can be dished out by a traditional marksman onto the frontliners. It's just YANGON. What I appreciate about them in the Lord takes is, okay, maybe they'll start off the Lord, they'll start dealing the damage, and they know that they can't lose their frontliners through poking slowly. So then that benefits them. That allows them to do what Blink has been easily doing for majority of the game. But TNZ is holding a very interesting position that could be a huge gamble that might actually be more deadly than it is rewarding.
And Lina's holding on to the Fettered Airstrike this time, not the Tsunami Slam like we've seen previously. So Stitch starts with the sword. Look at the positioning too from Rosa.
Lina's gonna be sent up top. Oh my god.
Are they gonna go for Lina? Lina doesn't know, I don't think. Oh, Mount Shocker used.
Oh, too risky, too risky.
Yeah, too risky of a play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
just
can't
one
do
of
that.
them. Good reset. Seaboom applies the pressure in the mid, but Stitch and Ying are there. It's just gonna be a dance and a long one. What if seeing the fray down to the bottom lane means YANGON Galacticos will go for the rush?
Oh, they might.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Wait, he hasn't showed yet.
He has it, yeah.
They don't know actually, so they get the call to come back up here from Seaboom. There's Seal's gonna be used. Stun there. Half health under the Lord.
Ying zone in the back line now. Rosa and TNZ zoned away. Lunar gonna be looking for the falling Star Moon. Stitch Dodging away from the knockup, but it gets caught by it. It's gonna be Blazing Duet coming down as Han wins out the red tree, but it's gonna be the zoning again from Blink, doing the same thing over and over to Tienzi. Stitch buys a rose gold, is able to escape. Siggy Boom now jumps in over on Liam, but is still able to keep himself alive for so long. In the end, it's a shutdown as Han gets caught with falling Star Moon, and Tienzi picks up the kill, but Siggy Boom will fall as well. Another stun from Rosa. Blink loses the immortality. Ying walking up again. Stitch trying to go for some damage over on Lunar, but Tienzi and Rosa has got really good backup. Falling Star Moon landing on Ying, the burst down on Ying from Rosa with a feathered airstrike.
Again, a great team fight for the objective. Although it does go over to YANGON Galacticos, Aurora Gaming will find a couple kills. And with Stitch still alive and a Blazing Duet available, you can see him swap into the winner crown. Their job is to just defend. And I'm not sure if Aurora Gaming is going to get much more other than that tier 2 turret in the mid as it does fall.
He breaks up the Blazing Duet in the winner crown. Rosa clean. Doesn't even use the Purify, right? Yeah, it didn't have it.
Yeah, that was just wings by wings. Still deathless, this Rosa. This Farsa could be on the way to an MVP performance with everything that Rosa has had to deal with on his own. In the last big fight also, Siggy Boom deserves flowers, holding back the damage dealers of YANGON Galacticos for as long as he did, walking away with a kill onto Lina to boot.
Yep.
They needed that from the Turkish Sugar Man, and he delivered.
Oh,
They're really gonna all in on Uranus.
do they just... okay, that doesn't happen. Is there going to be a counter punch here, though? Blink does have Flicker available, but I don't think he could just get to the targets. It was good kind of dispersed, too. Notice how Aurora Gaming being a little more dispersed when they want to go ahead and avoid Blink from setting them up. So a bit of an item swap once again as Stitch picks up the Wind of Nature. Oh, these feathered airstrikes, man.
Ouch. Absolute bombs being delivered by Rosa right now. So YANGON Galacticos will handle this slowly. They know they can't get within range of the feathered airstrike. It will bring Lina and Stitch down low, so they can really just depend on the big team fight and the objectives. What Blink has been doing over and over again. But then now the question is, can they? Because Siggy Boom is at that point where he can single-handedly stop 4 members of YANGON by himself while dealing damage, while threatening a kill trade.
Yep.
So will Blink try to set, or will he need to protect?
We're going to see it unfold once again. This Evolved Lord powered up this time, just like the previous fight. It's all about the positioning and the space that both the teams and even the roamers have available to them. That far lane wave going to have to be handled. It looks like Lunar did just that. So now Aurora, how do they approach this? You can see Han and Lina up here. No buff for Han, as it was stolen just a bit ago. Mountain Shocker used to give the information. Lunar.
Falling Star Moon lands on Stitch. He's still doing a lot of damage over on Lunar. Pops into BMI. Now Pagu
Gets a Purify.
Tsunami Slam into the Purify. Ying with the Consecration still holding this position onto the bush in the mid lane, but the wave is pushing in, and the slow push up top has been built up by Aurora Gaming. So YG are in a bad spot.
And this was all what they decided to do. Rosa making his way up there too to cut that wave potentially, or maybe.
I think he's expecting someone to rotate there, but no one's rotating. Oh, what a flank from Rosa.
No one sees him. No one sees him.
No one sees Rosa.
By the airstrike coming down, landing over on Stitch. Now it's gonna be the full lockdown as he doesn't have the Purify, and look at that. Blazing Duet cancelled out. Factory's descent by Siggy Boom, and he finds him. Tienzi's still able to find immortality in time. Now kites away. That's a Tsunami Slam to lock Han away. Win a crown of the immortality, but he's gonna have it pop, and he will for sure die. Tienzi takes him out as Blink tries to run away. Siggy Boom is cutting him down, and he doesn't. Lina falls to Pagu. Ying will fall as well. Aurora Gaming had wiped the YANGON Galacticos out.
And they'll wipe them out and march down the mid lane for a victory here.
They bought the winner crowns. You know what's coming. It's a wipeout. There is nothing they can do to fight back. Aurora Gaming. Ice cold finisher as they sweep YANGON Galacticos.